Burt Flickinger of the Strategic Research Group, looking at today's retail sales report and more broadly what he sees looking ahead and what it means for some of the nation's big retailers. Burt, glad to have you here.
Likewise, Kathleen.
For starters, one of the key points I think it's very important for everyone to understand about the retail sales report, that number down 2.7% in December and actually down 0.1% for the entire year. Now that's almost flat. Nevertheless, we've never seen a year when it was down that much. But let's also remind people, about half of that was due to falling gasoline prices, right? I mean, it was a bad month, but gasoline prices exaggerated, correct?
You're right, Kathleen. On the other side, though, grocery, which is a very big part of the component, had 6.5% food inflation. So that tended to overstate the numbers. So on a like-to-like basis, there's real cause for concern here, especially since these numbers only represented half of December. So if you look at the F&D Retail Composite Index, which tends to be more correct, they were down minus 5.2% for December, and categories like the Credit Intel Sector Index down double digits for department and specialty stores November, December, and as Bloomberg referenced on AccuWeather earlier, should have been even stronger with the wicked winter weather for apparel and outerwear, and it wasn't.
So what's wrong with the consumer? Now, granted, unemployment is up to, what, 7.2%? What else? People, maybe they can't get car loans. People's home prices have fallen. But we still have about 93% of the country that's working. Is this panic? Is this fear? Is it fundamental for the consumer?
It's fundamental, Kathleen. It's consumer concern. If you look at the implied or imputed level of unemployment, including people who have given up looking for work, people who had worked full-time now part-time, and the 2.6 million people who have lost jobs, you're really looking at 13% going to 14%. So people are scared to shop at this point. The good news, though, is after a 25-year spending tsunami by consumers, they're finally starting to save. So as we go through this Dickens-esque or Winston Churchill worst of times, when we bounce back in the beginning of the next decade after we cycle through these tough times, we'll really go to the best of times for consumers in the economy.
Boy, there's a lot of job losses, though, and a lot of production that could be pulled back before then when people aren't spending. And in fact, we see inventories falling. We saw them falling in November. That's the logical response from companies. But what about bankruptcies? Many people have been talking about this, but have we in the media hyped it? Are there going to be that